Okay, good. Okay, there we go. All set. Fan Friday. Okay, we know that already. Okie dokie. Sorry for the background if you can hear anything. Well, can't help it. Quick wrists. Stretch them out real quick again. Back and forth. And as we do this, make sure to always breathe and take your time. Fingers together, circle that wrist. This is a reminder. Yeah, always do these stretches. Yeah, back. The wrist plays such an important part on the fan. Okay, the fan is the extension. It's like your fingers. Yeah, so it's part of your hand. So if I open my hand and open the fingers up, it's like opening up the fan. See? Boom, boom. Okay. So if you can see the coming out, that's like the fingers opening up. Okay. So if I point, okay, I point, then I'm pointing. Okay. If I go on the side, I'm side. Okay. Okay. So if I don't close, I'm going like this and I'm shooting forward, but it's like your thumb is the fan going out. So boom. Okay. See that? Bah, bah. Okay. So the wrist is the last part that really is the last point where the energy is gonna run off. Okay. You think it's the fingers. The fingers are shooting out, but it's just the wrist is the last pivot point. Okay. The pivot point means hands I go like this. Okay. If I turn the wrist changes where the fan ends up. Okay. So if I go straight, I go straight. If I need to turn, even I go straight, see the fan turning, the way it points, the way it points, even like this, see, the fan's going up, right? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So the value of the wrist is it's subtle, you don't think about it, but that's the main thing that really creates the techniques. Okay. We can still go like this, we go like that, but at the end, it's that wrist that makes the fan shoot out, turn, or screw like this. Yeah. So even I go like this, or I go like this, the wrist switches it, yeah, and rotates and moves. Okay. So us always doing this and stretching really matters, yeah. Okay. So some other things. Let's see if I key point. So make sure I say it. the the channel that runs off here. Okay. When we're using the other hand as a support, even with the short fingers or like here, yeah, it's like you're using your energy and we're supporting that hand. Okay. If I was going into the channel or it's a heart channel that goes out. Okay. Um, so the heart channel is connected to the heart, which is the intention of the movement. Okay. So if there's no intention, the hand doesn't do anything. But bringing the attention to the technique creates the form. Okay. So if I wanted to thrust, I just go like that or pull. But then I put the intention of pushing or making the energy going forward, okay, and hitting, then it changes, yeah. Okay. If I wanted to have a more pinpoint area and I wanted to, instead of hit, I'm pointing to that spot. So say I look at the eye or something like that, right? Then the intention changes, yeah. So that's how you can sort of tell. So even if you're learning a different style or something, you can listen to the name or the intention of it. It's where you're focusing that chi, the energy. Okay. So if it wants to poke, poking. If it wants to brush, it's brushing off to the side. So now you understand the feeling of pushing onto the side, yeah? So it doesn't have a hit, bah, that's a chop. This is a brush because he's sweeping. Yeah. So the motion changes. Okay. So when you're practicing, and I feel the movement. Okay. It's like we do our first part of our longer form. We open up. Okay. So our chi, heaven and earth, so up and down. We're expanding that form. Yeah. Expanding that form. And we're rotating. So you're building it up into the energy. And what is that name? The fan drums, right? Boom. So the energy and the intention of it is to really hit on the side because you're thinking of that the drum. Boom, boom. Okay. As we practice, we're going slow, but the intention still can be there. Okay. So you're drumming, boom, boom. You open up. The fan opens. Yeah, boom, boom. Okay. So the fan is like, see how the fingers, everything expands. We feel the movement. We do the yun, see the rolling. So the intention is soft. Okay. And if it comes down, we're closing it, then it comes hard because the intention is to chop. So boom, boom. We come out and extend. So the chi goes forward. Okay. So just pivoting where the mindset of the what we're doing creates the form to come stronger and it starts to show in the frame. Okay. If I go like this and I'm not paying attention, I'm like, the it doesn't come out. Okay. So that's how I can see in class, right? The students like getting distracted. They're like, you know, it doesn't come out the same. But when they're into it, you feel the movement. You can see it. Wow. Okay. Now this is how if you see a if you watch a movie and the actor's doing the movement, this what makes a bad actor and a good actor is not that they're putting themselves into the movement. Okay. Maybe they don't understand the technique and so much wrong, but the more they put themselves into the movement, you're channeling and you're putting yourself into the technique, and that's what comes out. Okay. So if they go on the performing your form, okay, you gotta feel the movement. It has to show, and it's gonna people are gonna notice the form. Okay. If I go out there and I'm he's super tired or something, I'm like, here you go. It shows. But when you put yourself into the movement, the flow, you have to feel the movement. Okay. Doesn't matter what we're doing, whatever you're doing, the energy's there. Okay. There. Okay. Point. Boom. Okay. So I come down. I put the energy there. Hit. If I need to do the thunder hits the mountain, I want to poke. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now this is great because you can apply this to anything you're doing. Okay. If you feel like you're missing that one little thing, that the intention can really create that framework, that one part that you're missing to add that chi to focus. If it comes out, then I focus it out. Okay. So again, back to the wrist. The wrist is the last main part that really defines the energy and the chi that goes out. Okay. So this is a lot easier to see because if a fan goes out, you can see I turn the wrist, I turn the wrist, okay, and you can see the change more, right? Okay. Of course, the whole body does everything, but it leads, it goes. If this was the head of the dragon, it turns, right? Okay. So this becomes the extension, turns, flows. Okay. But see the wrist, how important the wrist becomes. Okay. So a lot of times, even if somebody does let's say the ninjutsu, the grappling, and they lock up the wrist, it connects and locks it up and goes down towards the body and can really lock up the person. That's why they can go down, and those that really understand, they can lock them up with just the thumb and go like this and goes down. Okay, it's just giving you an example. Okay, so again, I know energy. This is the heart chakra running up, and the heart is the intention of that movement. So it's pushing out, what you're doing. Yeah. So the intention for healing, bringing the energy in, centering. The intention comes down. See it coming down, okay? And you notice the heart again. Yeah. The intention of coming in and expanding. The intention of showing off as well. Okay, so the big energy comes out. Yeah, it's the frame. Like, oh yeah. Okay, so you can tell if I'm doing my technique or I'm trying to go out. So don't get carried away with the sound, because then you can notice the intention of the sound coming out louder and not the technique. Technique, the sound will come out naturally, but if you start going like this and you really wow, you're only focusing on that technique of making the sound and not the technique of what it's supposed to be for. Okay. So if you're making too much sound on purpose, then was you know what I mean, then you're noticing you're not doing the form, the technique. Okay. My teeth. Oh, that one's good. Those who are interested, this is a really good one. But of the good one. Yeah, green tea, coconut, ginger, and vanilla. This is the last time they had a Barnes and Nobles. They changed their brand. That was a long timer. Okay. Now again, this can be applied to any style you practice. Okay. But it's so important with the fan because you just have to think of the frame is the fingers, opening, opening, pointing, okay, chopping, cutting, boom, okay. And even if I roll and it's closing, okay. So even with a closing fan and we chop, notice the intention of the fist. So it's a like the hit, yeah, boom, the pound. So okay, even though this is long, it's acting as a finger, but the intention is still ba ba. Okay. If I'm using it for the breathing, you'll notice the softness. Okay, and it's gonna play and entwine like that with the fan. It's gonna be soft, hard, um, the intention of it shooting forward, softening up. Okay, so let's revisit our beginning set of the long form. Yeah, so right here, the centering is such a key part. Okay, and that fish is like this. Yeah, so in a way, this is our the yin and yang. Okay, you can see the yin and yang. Okay, you're right in here already. It's like you're centering. You put it in front of yourself. So you add in your alignment. You add in that heart channel, which is in the center, and your frame is like boom. Okay, it's like I am doing this. Boom. And you notice the confidence and the structure of the frame is like this, right? So right there, that's the key part of beginning your frame, because it's like your mindset all ready to go. Yeah, you're ready to do this. Boom. Okay, and that creates everything first. So that one move is that key to start off your set. Okay, and I mentioned before, if you have a nice kind of like a happy spot, a nice spot that's nice and quiet and calm, take that deep breath in and take that environment, that area, that mindset. Okay, and you take that peace. So anytime you do that form anywhere else, you're at that spot where you feel relaxed, happy, and calm. Okay, so take that one space. Maybe it's at the beach right there, and then you're ready to go. Okay, as we open up, feel the energy expanding, feel it moving. Okay, and then we drum. Okay, so the fist is the intention of the hit. Yeah, boom, even coming back. Boom. So drumming, the fan drums. Boom, boom, drums the drum. Okay. And as we move, feel which element is this, the air, the water flowing. Okay. We open up the fan. So the intention is to open. The softness can be the block. Okay. So using this side, so you can really see the fingers. Yeah. That's your fingers. Okay. The intention can come to go over, and then it's like the waterfall going over and then collapsing in. Okay, feel the yun, soft, close. So the intention, tap, boom. Okay, gonna thrust forward, boom. Okay, bring it in. Okay. So the heart, and then hit, hit. Okay, we roll. Can tangle up with the water. Roll the low, boom. Okay, see the intention. You can see it. Shoom. See the sinking, sink, the softness there, and then it comes heavy. It lifts. See, it's lift. Showcase here. The fan is like the peacock. Boom. The knee comes up. Okay. So the fan can hide the other technique. Four, like a kicking by stepping, closing the fan. Okay. Boom. So now you can see the fist, the palm. Now what is that intention coming out? We know this hit. So what is this push? So you're acting as a support. Okay, they're coming way more clearer now. Yeah, boom. Okay, I come down. Boom. So acting as support can act as a sink. Okay, see the bottom. lift, lift. So now the other hand is as a support. You can see all this technique coming out. With the intention, the thunder hits the mountain. Wow, right? The point, boom. Okay. This is like the area. Come over so it slides over. Okay. So the intention can be soft. It can be all here too, yeah. So the fingers are opening, so the fan opens. As it closes to that, pull back, stop, boom, sliding, okay, boom. So you can see the brush, the softness. Yeah. Okay. So that was the one of the longer form, the 52. Still Tai Chi. Down is very universal, so there's no style on that. It's just the Tai Chi fan. Okay. Um, with the awareness of the wrist and the intention, your form now should really evolve and change. So you can really feel the way the fan turns and moves and where I want to focus, where it's pointing, where I'm cutting or moving. Okay. If it closes, why is my if the this now you should feel the intention of where the fan's going more. If the other hand is behind supporting, pushing, or supporting the the other hand, okay? But you notice it goes towards where the wrist is, okay? If you get the hand, if you get the sword fingers, you're focusing, okay? So in a way, it's like you're charging up that intention. Okay, so two times the intention. Yeah, boom, boom. Okay, and this can you can tell even visual artists will show if I go like this. Okay, but now I go right there. You can see the intention. Okay, visually it shows more. Okay, so with even like animation or some the drawing or the even movies with the CG stuff. Yeah, if I go there, tack, okay, doesn't come out as strong. Okay, so they might go boom. Okay, and this is where this stuff come from. Boom. Okay, that's a big no-no. But movies is perfect because it shows the intention, right? Like, and the pull back. Boom. Okay, so they really uh kind of, and then they let go. Keep that in mind. Alrighty, alrighty. That was a good flow of risk and intention. Okay, that will take you very far, very very far in anything you're practicing. Really, though, really keep that in mind. Okay, I try to focus on those the real little subtle things that can really help. Okay. If you have any questions, you can put it down in the comments, and what I'll do is I'll bring it up on the next class coming up, and then I can go over it with more visually to you.